Hey guys, Chad with Pure Media Systems. Today I'm going to show you how to install the Ring Video Doorbell. Alright, so first things, we're going to actually hardwire this doorbell in here to the existing wiring. We have to first remove the old doorbell. This uses flathead screws on this particular doorbell here. So we're going to go in and remove these. So this is actually a wood siding here on this particular home. The Ring kit includes anchors that you can use to go into brick or mortar as well as stone. We're not going to use those in this application because we're going to pre-drill our holes and use the wood screws. So we're going to cut the silicone from around the side here so it doesn't pull it off the wall. Take the old screws out, put our knife away. So bring in for a little close-up here. As you can see, the back of the doorbell has a 2-conductor cable here. So we're going to unscrew those and before we measure and mark up for the new doorbell. So what we're going to do here is Ring actually includes a screwdriver. So we're going to loosen the screws here. This was not actually connected all that well, so that just popped right off. This one popped off as well. Set our existing doorbell aside. So the Ring, the original Ring which we're installing here actually includes a wall plate. So we're going to install the wall plate first. Once the wall plate is on, you can see these teeth here. There's 4 of them, and the way it works is the doorbell will just fit onto the plate and slide on here. So all 4 of those go in and then it slides on. So we're going to remove the sticker here, and the cables will actually feed through here, and the cables actually wire onto these, not the doorbell directly. All the newer doorbells from Ring do directly connect to the doorbell. This wall plate is only for the original Ring. So we're going to mock up the placement here, and we'll show you the next steps. So we've been testing the placement here. So the I'm not sure if you can see this, but the hole that was done for the doorbell plate, or the wiring originally, was a little wide and off-centered here, and there's actually a lip that would create an issue because this actually has to be flush so that the doorbell can actually fit on properly. So what we're going to actually do here is have it a little off to the side, and we'll actually fill this in with some compound here so that it won't be exposed. So Ring actually does include a little level here. You can just set it right in here if you want to use it, or you can use your own level, because as you can see here, it's not totally perfect. You can adjust this and tilt it, and it doesn't settle in, but we can try it out for this time just to show you how to use it with their piece. So you want to get the bubble, you want to get this bubble right here, level, perfectly centered in there. If we want to, you can use your own level if you'd like, just like this. So this is dead level on here, and we're going to take our pencil and mark the 4 holes where you're going to have to go for the screws to mount it up. We'll pull this off. So the Ring includes a little packet right here of screws, as you can see here. We're going to not use, it includes anchors as well as screws. We're only going to be using the screws in this situation. Alright guys, so we always recommend pre-drilling holes when you're going into wood, just so you don't split the wood and it goes in properly. We're going to be using a 1/16 drill bit. Put it into our drill here. And we're going to go right into the center of those the circles that you made. Just like so. And now this will help the screws go in a little bit easier, as well as just prevent, like I said, prevent the wood from splitting. So I'm going to feed our cables through this again. Just like so. We're going to line up the screws, screw holes here. And we're going to use, so that we're using all the equipment from the Ring package, we're going to use the Ring screwdriver. You're welcome to use another screwdriver if you like, but we just get it started so that we can make sure everything is aligned properly. And of course we will check level before we securely fasten everything tight. I always like to do opposing corners or opposing sides to start off with, make sure that everything does actually fit in. So now that we've got that on there, we're going to check level again. Of course we can use Ring's piece. A little level. It all fit in here. And it is dead level. So we're going to pull their level out. Set that aside. We're going to loosen the two screw terminals here. And now these screws, we're going to feed this, so we're going to loosen the screws a little bit so that we can get some of the excess cable back into the wall, because it does not need to be out that far. The length of the cable at your house will vary. Sometimes it is extremely short and it's very difficult to work with. Sometimes it's extremely long. You may have Ethernet cable or different kinds of cable that you just want to, if you have Ethernet cable, you just want to make sure you're using the same two conductors that were originally there, whether it was white with blue, blue, etc. So we're just easing these cables back in. We don't want to bend them too much so they don't break, because these are solid core cables. So we're going to get our loop or a little hook in the cable here. We're going to feed it around the terminal, and then we're going to tighten the screw. Now it doesn't really matter which color goes on to which terminal. So all it's doing is closing the circuit when the doorbell is pushed, so essentially connecting the two cables. So tighten those down. Got a nice clean connection. I do like to leave a little bit here so that it, you can call it a service loop if you will, but now we're going to make sure that's tightened down. Now you may have to do some adjustments with this. None of them are totally perfect on there like we talked about. So you want to get the 4 holes lined up with these little teeth here. So if it has a slight curve in in the plate, you're going to need to loosen the screws a little bit here and there to make sure that it fits perfectly in there. So that fit on nicely. The bottom of the doorbell, there are, I'll pull this up a little bit. So you can see, the bottom there are 2 security screws. As you can see right here, 1 and 2. The ring screwdriver, you flip this over, and here's your security bit. So this will unscrew these. Now it's you can tell it's a security bit. There's a little nipple inside here. So what that does is it actually pushes onto the teeth in the bottom. So you want them loosened a little bit so that it fits on a lot nicer and easier there. So excuse me, there's actually 6 pieces here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, not 4. So we're going to put this on here and slide that down. So if you ever need to, if you cannot hardwire this doorbell in, and you're using it as a battery, you'll actually have to loosen those 2 security screws and plug in the USB here to charge the battery in the doorbell. So put that back on here again so you can see. And we're going to go ahead and tighten these security screws on the bottom, just so you can see what I'm doing here. It's just like this. So tighten those down. Alright, so we've got the app open here. We're going to click Set Up Device. We're going to tap Doorbells, and we're going to tell it to allow it. So what you would do here is you're going to scan the QR code of the doorbell. It's on the back of the doorbell, or it's included in the package. You'll see it on one of the cards here. So I'm going to cover the QR code, however, you can see it is on this step here. So we're going to scan the QR code, and it'll ask you to enter your address in. So you're going to click continue once you've added your address in. From here, you're going to select the location. So we're going to select front door for this situation. So it's going to, you're going to want to push the button on the back of on this particular doorbell. There's a orange button that you're going to press. So we're going to show you that here. So you can see on the back here is the button. You're going to press that orange button. And on the front, it puts it into pairing mode, so you can see the light on the doorbell is circling. So on the app, you're going to press continue. You're going to follow these steps. So this, of course, is on an Android phone. You can, of course, do it on iPads, iOS devices. So you're going to select your Wi-Fi from the list and enter the password. So once you've got your Ring doorbell connected to your network, it's going to give you congratulations. You're going to hit continue, and it's going to update. So as you can see here, I have filled in the side here. We'll finish cleaning it up a little bit, but now it is no longer exposed. So every house is going to be a little bit different. Like I said, you just kind of have to make do with your situation. You work with what you got here. So what you do, this is now dried on the side here. You can just scrape that off for the compound there. So like I said, we're going to make sure that those holes fit, those 6 holes, or the 6 teeth fit in the holes. You can see the light just lit up a little bit to let you know that it is now on the plate. We're going to fit our security screws on here. So now that we've got the doorbell on the wall and set up, we can see in the device list we've got the doorbell. We're going to tap that. We can see the battery status. You've got ring alerts, motion alerts. You can turn these on and off, whether or not you want to get notified of the motion or ring alerts. So you can actually come down and you can see your settings. You can go in and check your device health, change the tones of when you press the doorbell, what you get. You can adjust your video settings. We're going to go ahead and enable live view since we want to be able to pull that up. Yes, it decreases battery life. However, this doorbell is hardwired, so it always has a trickle charge onto it. Of course, come in and adjust shared users. If you have, you're going to have one master user, which would be whoever's phone it was set up on, whatever account. You can go from there and add in significant other, kids. You can easily go in and remove those users as well. You can adjust your motion settings. You can do a motion snooze. Let's say you have a party and you don't want to get notified of every time someone comes to the door. You can snooze this for several minutes, an hour, 2 hours, etc. You don't have to necessarily turn it off and forget to turn it back on. You can get see your event history, everything that we see. So we press the doorbell and we need to answer it, so it shows as a missed ring. Ring doorbells always include a 30-day free trial of the Ring Protect plan. If you want to continue paying for the recordings, you would just tap there and enter your credit card information in. That's all done through Ring. It's really simple and straightforward. Alright guys, so if you have any questions about installing Ring doorbells, please post in the comments or email sales@puremediasystems.com. We can also be reached at 972-905-0556. We are located in the Dallas area. Right now, we just installed this in Plano, Texas. It's a beautiful day today. If you're outside of the Dallas area and you just want the product, you can always call us, again, at 972-905-0556, and we can ship nationwide. If you're in the Dallas area and want us to install the Ring or any of the Ring doorbell or any other Ring products, don't hesitate to give us a call. We are authorized dealers for pretty much everybody. We can help you with AV, surveillance, automation, etc. Really networking, really anything that we can do media-wise in the Dallas area. And of course, we can ship nationwide with any products, projectors, speakers, things like that. Look forward to posting the next video, and if you want to see anything else, don't hesitate to let us know.